Hey guys, it's Chris with Double Eagle Gunworks, and we're out here on the range today, and we're going to be testing out the Crimson Trace. It's the CMR-201 laser sight for a pistol, and it's got a couple of different adapters with it, so you can use it on a couple of different pistols. And we're going to be trying it out on two different ones today. We're going to be using the FN 9mm, and then we'll be using the Sig P320. That's the 357 Sig. So we'll use a couple of different rounds, and then a couple of different guns to see how it adjusts to the gun. This is the first time I've shot it, so we may have to do a little bit of adjustment on the laser itself to be able to get it dead on target. But we'll try it out and see how much there is to being able to adjust it so that we can get it right on where it needs to be. So let's do some shooting. Okay, let's go ahead and get the laser assembled here. Just drop the battery down into the compartment. And the little battery door just slides right back over the top of it. If you put it on right. Okay, the battery door just slides right back over the top of it and closes right there. So we'll just need to loosen up these screws here, because this is what holds it onto the rail of the gun. Just back these out enough so that we can loosen this up. Okay, so that just slides around. Now it's got different adapters that go with it based on what gun you're using, and we're going to be trying it on two different guns today, so we'll have to swap out which adapter we're using. But with this is the FN here, and I think it is this adapter that goes with it, and it's got a little dovetail piece here on the bottom of the adapter that goes right into this groove right here. So you just slide that in. And then we'll make sure this fits on the rail here. There we go. So you just make sure it fits into the groove there, and then this just adjusts to hold it onto the gun. Now this is the first time that I've tried this one, so I'm just may have to do a little bit of adjusting to get the sight exactly where it needs to be to hit, to line up with the sights on the gun. But the way this one activates is, instead of having a push button or a switch that is attached to the gun somewhere or back here on the grip, you just touch one of these levers on either side to activate or cut off the laser. So it's a little bit more of an aggravation to be able to get this one, because you have to reach up and turn it on. But if you're going to be doing a lot of shooting, you're going to have it on anyway, instead of having the switch back here on the grip like a lot of the Crimson Trace do. But this one's one of the lesser expensive models, so it's just got the switch right here that turns on. So let's get the gun loaded up and see exactly how it's going to hit, see if we're going to need to do any adjustments. To adjust it, there are a couple of screws. There's one here on the bottom that is an adjustment, and then the other one is right here on the side, so you can adjust it up and down and left to right to get the red dot exactly where it needs to be when you got the laser activated, so you make sure that you're hitting where the target, where the bullet is actually hitting on the target. So let's load up the gun and see what we're going to have. That's aiming left right now. We're going to need to do a little bit of adjustment. It looks like we're going left of where the target, where I'm actually aiming. So let's do a little bit of adjustment here. Okay, the adjustment screw is down here in this hole, and to get to go to left, we just need to turn it a little bit that way. Okay, so we'll try that and see how it looks just based on the iron sights on the gun. Get that way. Down and go clockwise. I was hitting low, wasn't I? Yeah, I'm low on the target. Okay, we made a couple of adjustments, some right to left, and then also a little bit of up and down adjustment. Let's see how it does now. So I'm aiming at the center of the white there. Let's see where I'm actually hitting. Hey, I think a lot of this is going to be just the shooter rather than the sight itself. I'm just pulling a little bit on dropping the aim down a little bit, but it's getting kind of center of the target. So I think we're close on the aiming. If I had it set in a vise or I had a rest out here, then to keep the gun more stable, it might work a little bit better to hit exactly where I was looking at. Some of this is going to be shooter error, so let's shoot a little bit more, see how we can do. Okay, let's check that. I think the bag was throwing me off a little bit. It's lined up pretty good, so it's hitting about where I've got it aimed right now. So it's real easy to adjust, and it's a nice little sight. So let's try it on another gun and see how it does. So just loosen up these two screws here. Pull off the bottom. Now I know the Sig has got a different type slide, so I'll just take out this dovetail piece here. I think for the Sig it takes this one. There we go. And you want to slide it back to where the sight or the laser is just about back up against the trigger guard as far as you can get it back. So it's not going to quite get there going that way, so we're going to put it on that section there. And you don't have to really crank those down, just get them tight enough to where it's going to keep the sight from moving around. If you over tighten them, then it's just going into a nut over here on this other side, and you might strip out the nut if you tighten it up too tight. Okay, so let's get some 357 Sig loaded up and we'll try it in the Sig. I've got the gun aimed at the B, and the targets, the laser is going down below it, so raise it back up a little bit. And with the different guns and the way it fits on the rail, you'll have to adjust them a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Okay, we're going to be going for the B on this one. Just from looking at the sight, looks like I'm going a little bit too far to the, it's aimed a little too far to the left. I've overcompensated for the thing. Okay, that looks a little better. Let's shoot a few more, see what we get. Let's see how we're hitting with the Sig. Okay, with the Sig, I was hitting pretty close to the center of where I was aiming. I had a couple I pulled down there, but that's close to where I was aiming on that one. So I think we got the sight lined up pretty well. So we'll shoot a few more up in the target and see how we do. Next we'll shoot up here into the white part of the target and see what we hit up there. Okay, let's check those out and see what it looks like. Okay, you can see the difference between, this is just the regular 9mm here, this is the 357 Sig. even in a paper target, it has a little more power behind it than the 9mm does. But we've got some up here, but I'm pulling down. I got to work on my aim as well as getting the sights lined up there. But hitting in the general area of where the thing's aimed at. So for combat accuracy, it's real easy to get it about where you want it to be with the laser there, and it keeps you in the general area. So the little Crimson Trace laser that we got on the two guns there, it was real easy to adjust. The windage and elevation adjustments worked out really easily, didn't have to turn them a real long ways to be able to get the target to move, or the bullet to move to where we needed it to on the target. Real simple to install on the gun. If you're looking for a sight or a laser to put on the gun and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, retail on that particular sight is going to be around I think it's $150 to $180 for that one. I'll have to double check that to make sure, but it's one of the more inexpensive models of the Crimson Trace sights. So it's a good option if you're just wanting to get in to the laser sights to see if they're going to help you on your shooting. So it's a good option. I'd recommend taking a look at it, and check out the website doublelegalgunworks.com for more information, and also have a blog on the website about the different types of sights that you can use. So check us out, doublelegalgunworks.com, and like and subscribe down at the bottom. See you next time.